In February 2015, a small town in Vermont got a phone call that left an entire community speechless. Ronald Read had just died at 92. He was known as the quiet guy at the end of the street, the janitor at the local J.C. Penney, the man who pumped gas for 25 years. His coat was held together with safety pins. Strangers at restaurants sometimes paid for his breakfast because they assumed he couldn't afford it. When his lawyer read his will, Ronald Read had left $8 million, $6 million of it, to his local library and hospital. People who had known him for decades stood in complete silence. His own stepson said, "He was a hard worker, but I don't think anybody had any idea he was a multimillionaire." This is the true story of Ronald Read, a janitor, a gas station attendant, and quietly, one of the greatest investors who ever lived. Ronald Read was born in 1921 in rural Vermont during hard economic times. His family was poor. There was no inheritance waiting. Every single day, he walked 4 miles to school because his family couldn't afford transport. After World War II ended in 1945, Ronald came home to Brattleboro, Vermont. No grand plan, no business degree. He took the first job available, gas station attendant. He worked there for about 25 years. Then a part-time janitor at J.C. Penney for another 17 years. To everyone watching, this was simply a man doing his job. What nobody knew was what Ronald was doing every single month with what little money he made. Somewhere in the 1950s, Ronald Read made a decision. On January 13, 1959, when he was around 37 years old, he bought 39 shares of Pacific Gas and Electric for $2,380. That's it. That was the decision. He bought shares in a real company, put them in a safe deposit box, and went back to work the next morning. Then he did it again the next month, and the month after, not with big money. Financial experts estimate he consistently invested around $300 a month throughout his career. Ronald had no stockbroker, no financial advisor. He made good use of his local library and read the Wall Street Journal regularly. He researched companies the old-fashioned way, by reading about them. Then he bought them, and he held them. Not crypto, not options, just solid companies. Held for decades. Markets crashed. Recessions hit. Wars were fought. Ronald never panicked. Never sold in fear. Because he understood something most investors never learn. The market rewards patience. Financial experts estimate Ronald contributed less than $270,000 in actual cash over his entire investing lifetime. It became $8 million. Not because he was a genius, because of one thing: compounding. The money started making more money than Ronald could ever earn from working. By the time he died, his portfolio was generating approximately $20,000 every single month in dividend income alone. And through all of it, Ronald kept living exactly the same life. When Ronald Read died in June 2014, his lawyer went to open his safe deposit box. Inside was a stack of stock certificates 5 inches high, 95 companies, decades of quiet, patient ownership. He left $1.2 million to his local library, $4.8 million to Brattleboro Memorial Hospital. Ronald Read never gave a TED Talk. He just showed up every month for 60 years. While the world was looking for shortcuts, Ronald was making one small decision on repeat. Spend less than you earn. Invest the difference. Never stop. He became proof. Proof that the most powerful financial tool isn't a hot stock tip. It's time, given to patience. The world will always offer you a faster, louder, more exciting way to build wealth. Most of them won't work. Ronald Read's way was boring, quiet, slow, invisible, and it built $8 million from a janitor's salary. You just need to ask yourself one honest question. Am I giving my money enough time to work? If Ronald Read's story hit different today, share it with one person who needs to hear it. Subscribe to CashMind Toons.